Hi student, today I will discuss about feedback amplifier. Okay. So what is feedback and what is amplifier? What is amplifier? I think I have discussed lots of thing about amplifier in operational amplifier. Again I am saying this amplifier means suppose you are applying voltage Vs in this circuit. Now V0 is your output voltage and Vs is your input voltage. Now if it is seen that the value of V0 is much greater or greater compared to Vs, that means you can say that the output side value will be increased. That means you have some gain. So this gain, that means when you earn gain using some circuit, that means that type of some circuit is behaves like an amplifier. So you can say amplifier means a device which is used to increase the input value. Okay. Now what is feedback? Feedback means if there is a direct connection between output to input side. From here, say this is a diagram. Here one input Vs is applied through a adder. Okay, this is the symbol of adder. Then this output is coming to a amplifier circuit which is noted as capital A. Then after amplification we get our output. Okay, now see here again another connection is done from V0. Okay, V0 to this Vs using a block. Okay, this block is known as feedback block. Okay, that means here output is again connected to input side. Now this type of configuration, that means this type of closed loop configuration is known as feedback circuit. That means if for any circuit there is a connection between output to input side, then a closed loop will be formed and this type of circuit is known as feedback. Now if it is seen that there is no connection between output and input, that means no closed loop is formed, so you can say that the circuit is a open loop circuit. So basically feedback present in closed loop circuit. Okay. Now what you have to do here in case of feedback amplifier, this is all about feedback amplifier, why this is necessary. Then there are basically two types of feedback amplifier. One is negative feedback amplifier, you can see one is negative feedback amplifier and another is positive feedback amplifier. Okay. Now what is negative feedback amplifier and what is positive feedback amplifier? Again come back to this circuit. In case of this feedback circuit, see here one negative symbol is attached here. Okay, this is a adder block or you can say that this is a addition or summer. Okay, so if you have adder, that means obviously you have more than one signal. Okay, that means which is added through adder, after that we get our result. So here Vs is input and some output is again with a feedback path come to this side. Now if this feedback is negative, that means this is known as negative feedback. Now if it is seen that this is positive, that means if I write here that this is positive symbol, then this is known as positive feedback. Now see, suppose I am writing here, I have to take this, suppose I am writing here one plus symbol. Okay, that means this is input signal, this also plus, and the feedback path, through feedback path the value which is added to this adder, that is also a positive, then that type of configuration is known as positive feedback. And if the value which is added to the adder is negative, then you can say this is a negative feedback amplifier. Okay. So this is feedback. What is feedback? Then types of feedback. Then your topic is you have to calculate the overall gain for feedback circuit. How can you calculate this? See here this A is known as open loop gain or amplification factor. Okay. Now what is beta? Here beta is feedback fraction. Okay, this beta is feedback fraction through this feedback path. And this Vf, what is Vf? Vf is feedback signal. What is Vs? Vs is your input voltage or source voltage and V0 is your output voltage. Okay, now in this figure assume that this Vf is equal to 0 first, that means no feedback. That means I want to say that if this connection is not here. That means only Vs, then this part amplifier, and after that V0. That means this part is missing. So your, what is your output? So your output will be V0 output voltage by input voltage, that is equal to what? That is equal to your gain. That means if the circuit is like this, see, only you have this Vs, okay, and this Vs is passed through a amplifier circuit. Say this is your amplifier circuit, and after amplifier you get your output, that is V0. Now just assume this circuit is like this, no feedback, okay, then what is your output voltage? Your output voltage will be what? That means gain into input voltage, that means V0 is equal to A into Vs. That means V0 is equal to A into Vs. So you can say the open loop gain. Why it is open loop? Because here there is no closed path. That's why this is the open loop configuration. So your open loop gain A is equal to V0 by Vs. Okay. Now if this feedback path is present, then what happen? Now if this feedback path is present, that means if this feedback path is connected, in that case your input voltage, that means input voltage after addition, that means this Vi will be changed. At the first case, when this feedback path is missing, then Vi is equal to obviously Vs, okay. Now if this feedback path is present, then what happens? Then your value, that is Vi, is equal to what? Vi is equal to this value plus this value. Now this value is negative through feedback path. That means you can write this like Vi is equal to Vs minus Vf. See this, Vi is equal to Vs minus Vf. Okay. Now again, what is V0? What is V0? Here V0 is equal to where? What? If no feedback, that means V0 is equal to A into Vi. A into Vi, in which case if this feedback path is missing, then you can say V0 is equal to A into Vi, okay. So like this, A into Vi. Now if feedback path is present, that means this Vi will be changed. That means when this part is missing, you can say directly V0 is equal to A into Vi. Now if this path is added, then your Vi will be changed. So the value of Vi will be Vs minus Vf, as because this is a negative feedback is used. So it will be Vs minus Vf. Just write down this. So now put down this value. So A into Vs. Now what happened? This is Vf. Now again come to the circuit. Vf. What is the value of this Vf? Now Vf means what? Output voltage is multiplied with this factor. Which factor? Beta. Again beta is what? Beta is equal to feedback fraction. Okay. Now when this path is present, your output voltage V0 is equal to what? Output voltage V0 is equal to feedback voltage into your feedback fraction, that means beta. That means you have to multiply Vf with beta. So you can write this like, so Vf is equal to beta into V0. So again multiply this. So if you multiply this with again this expression is written as V0 is equal to A into Vs minus A beta V0. See, just cross multiply this, okay. So A beta into V0. Now you put down the V0 part in left hand side and the other in the right hand side. So it will become, if this part is come to this side, that means it will become 1 plus A beta. So 1 plus A beta is equal to what? A into Vs. So V0 by Vs is equal to what? V0 by Vs, this will be is equal to A, this numerator portion. So A divided by this portion, that means 1 plus A beta. Now this expression, that is V0 by Vs, that is equal to A divided by 1 plus A beta, this is known as closed loop gain for an feedback amplifier circuit. Again here A beta, this A beta is equal to what? Here A beta means what is A? A is the open loop gain and beta is equal to what? Beta is equal to feedback fraction. That means if you multiply this open loop gain with this or amplification factor with this feedback fraction, the multiplication value which we get, that is A beta, this is known as loop gain of the circuit. Now student, follow this notation very carefully, because you have to, in next you have to solve the numerical problem related to feedback amplifier, where you have to calculate the value of A, or you have to calculate the AF, then beta or A beta. That means from this diagram we have calculated so many variables or so many values. First, what is open loop gain? That is A. What is open loop gain means normal V0 by Vs. Next, what is closed loop gain? Closed loop gain, that is denoted as AF. AF is equal to A divided by 1 plus A beta. Now, what is A beta? Again, A beta is known as loop gain. What is beta? Beta is equal to feedback fraction. Okay. Now, in this expression, if this is all about for negative feedback. Now, if it is plus, then what happens? Same expression, but at last your closed loop gain AF will be is equal to A divided by 1 minus A beta. That means just remember, for negative feedback your closed loop gain AF is equal to A by 1 plus A beta, and for positive feedback it will be AF is equal to A divided by 1 minus A beta. So this is the difference between positive feedback and negative feedback if you compare this numerically. Okay. Next, feedback topologies. This is again very important term for feedback amplifier. We can categorize the feedback amplifier circuit into 4 types of circuit. One is voltage amplifier, next is current amplifier, next transconductance amplifier. Now next one is trans resistance amplifier. Now what is this? Okay. So according to circuit configuration or circuit connection, feedback amplifier circuit is divided into 4 parts. The name is like this. One is series shunt, then shunt series, then series, then shunt. What does it mean? Actually, suppose I am ask you that what is your name? What do you say? That your name, after that your title. Okay, that means when someone asks you about your name, so what logic you follow? That you follow your name, after that if you have any middle term, then you put your title. Okay, this is the format when I say say your our name. Okay, now in case of feedback topology, always remember the name is like this. First title, after that your name. Okay, see here series shunt. That means what? That means output is the output connection is like series and input is shunt. Okay, see for any circuit we have 2 common part. What? One is input and other is output. Always we say input, after that output. Don't we say that output after that input? No. First we say what is input, after that we say output. Now in case of feedback amplifier, remember first name denotes the output connection, or you can say first name is the title, after that your name, like this. That means here series shunt means your output connection is series and your input connection is parallel. Parallel means we know shunt, and this type of circuit configuration behaves like a voltage amplifier circuit. That's why it is written voltage amplifier. Okay. Next, shunt series. This is the second topology or second category of the feedback amplifier. So shunt series means again output side, the connection of output side is parallel. That's why it is written as shunt, and input side connection is series. And this type of shunt series configuration behaves like a current amplifier. That's why this is also known as current amplifier. Okay. Then series, that means output is also series configuration and input is also series configuration. This is also known as transconductance amplifier. I will describe about transconductance amplifier later. Okay. Then shunt, that means output is parallel connection and input is also parallel connection, and this is known as trans resistance amplifier. Okay. Now first come with series shunt, that is voltage amplifier. So series shunt, this is the all over diagram. Series shunt configuration, what is happen here? Output is series connection and your input is parallel connection. Okay, series. Now see here input is the output voltage. That means see the connection, that means like this. Here input is that means suppose this is your gain. Okay, so input is like this. So here one part of input and another part of input, that means which comes through beta portion, and this is your another input connection. So this configuration is behaves like a parallel configuration. Do you know what is series and what is parallel? What is? Again I am repeat this. Say you have a circuit like this. Okay, now this is parallel. Okay, now suppose if I draw the circuit like this, what is this? And if you want to measure something, so what is this connection? This is a series connection. I think all of you have so much idea about what is series and what is parallel connection. Okay, now see, here input side is just like a parallel, and come to the output side. Your output is just here across RL you are measuring the output. So this is series connection. Okay, that's why this type of circuit is known as series shunt configuration. Okay, now what do we calculate here? Here we want to calculate the voltage gain. Voltage gain of what? Voltage gain of this series shunt configuration. Okay, now voltage, see, if we elaborate this circuit, okay, like this, just two part, then it becomes like this. So if you want to calculate V0, so V0 is equal to what? Here V0 is equal to A into Vi. Again, what is Vi? So Vi is equal to what? From the circuit, that means this circuit diagram, Vs normal source voltage minus your feedback voltage, that is written here. So Vs minus Vf. So again just put down the value of Vf. What is Vf? Beta into V0. So if you calculate this value, then it becomes Af is equal to A divided by 1 plus A beta. Okay, you if suppose short notes is coming, that is write a short notes on series shunt configuration, or series shunt is also known as voltage amplifier. Then you can draw this circuit and just calculate the voltage gain. And if you can remember this input impedance calculation and output impedance calculation, then you can go through this. Otherwise just you can neglect this also. Okay, so here just remember this circuit, after that this one, and what is the value of this voltage gain and this input impedance. If you want to analysis the circuit more briefly, then you need this, otherwise you skip this part. Okay, now in case of voltage amplifier, just remember input resistance is very large and output resistance is very small, just like op-amp. That means if I am asked that what is the main characteristics of voltage amplifier, the main characteristics of voltage amplifier is just like op-amp. In case of op-amp, the input resistance was very high and output resistance is small. Okay, next, shunt series configuration. This is the next category of the feedback amplifier, shunt. That means your output side is parallel connection. See, parallel connection, output side. This A denotes the amplifier part and this beta portion denotes the feedback part. Just recall the first figure, this figure, amplifier portion, then feedback portion, and I have drawn the all this category of this feedback amplifier through the basic feedback according to the basic feedback amplifier circuit. So the second part, that is shunt series configuration. In shunt series configuration, shunt means parallel, so your output side will be parallel connection and input side is just like a series, like this. Here also this is the elaborate diagram of this, and from here you can also calculate the value of the overall gain of the circuit, and this also A divided by 1 plus A beta. Okay, now again it has some also calculation. If you want, you can skip this also. Okay, so just remember this line. In case of this current amplifier circuit, which one is current amplifier circuit? This shunt series configuration. The main characteristics of the shunt series feedback amplifier or current amplifier is output current is proportional to the input current and proportionality further AIF. That means this output current I0 is proportional to input current, and also this output current is again proportional to the gain AIF. This is the overall gain of this circuit. Okay. An ideal current amplifier should have zero input resistance and infinite output resistance. Okay. That means just reverse of op-amp characteristics, or you can say just reverse of voltage amplifier circuit. That means here you can make two conclusions, that is, in case of voltage amplifier, input resistance will be very high whereas your output resistance will be low, but in case of current amplifier your input resistance will be low, ideal case it may be 0, and your output resistance will be high. This is the main difference between voltage amplifier and current amplifier, and this question may come in short questions in your exam. Next, series configuration. See, series configuration. So your supply is directly come to here. Okay. So this is all about series. That means input is also series connection and output is also series connection. So this. Again, if you simplify this circuit, here also you can get the value, that means AF is equal to A divided by 1 plus A beta. Now here this series configuration is also known as transconductance amplifier. Why it is transconductance amplifier? Okay, here this circuit is specially known as transconductance amplifier because your gain comes in terms of I0 by Vs. I0 by Vs. Okay. See, suppose what is conductivity? Conductivity means what? We know conductivity means, suppose conductivity is written as like this. So conductivity is equal to 1 by R. That means the reverse of resistance, that is known as conductivity. Again, what is R? R means what? R is equal to what? R is equal to V by I, because we know V is equal to IR, so R is equal to V by R. Okay. Now see, in this expression it is what? I by V, that means reverse of resistance. That's why what? Conductivity. That's why here, as because the gain comes in terms of reverse of resistance, that's why this type of circuit is specially known as transconductance amplifier. That means using this feedback amplifier you can also design transconductance amplifier. Okay, now next topic, I will design transconductance amplifier using op-amp, and that circuit is quite easy compared to this circuit. Okay, next topic I will discuss this. Now in case of transconductance amplifier or this series configuration, what is the main characteristics? Here main characteristics is, here also your input resistance and your is infinite as well as your output resistance. That means input resistance, output resistance both are infinite in case of transconductance amplifier or series amplifier. Again I am saying, in case of voltage amplifier, the voltage amplifier characteristics is just like a op-amp. That means input resistance is infinite, ideal case, and output resistance is low. But in case of current amplifier, just reverse of voltage amplifier. That means input resistance is low, output resistance is high. But in case of transconductance amplifier or series configuration, both the resistance value is infinite. Next, come back to shunt configuration. Okay, shunt means your output side is also parallel configuration and your input side is also parallel connection. So like this. Okay. Now here again from this circuit is also known as trans resistance amplifier, and if you want you can also calculate the value of AA from this circuit which is given here. Just go through this. Okay. Next, advantage of negative feedback. This is very amplifier. That means we can use feedback amplifier as positive as well as in negative, but mainly when you want to design an amplifier circuit, in that case negative feedback is preferred. Okay, why? Okay, because in case of negative feedback, reduction in frequency distortion. That means frequency distortion is possible. Frequency, that means frequency, suppose some portion of frequency is distorted. Now if you use negative feedback amplifier, then you can easily eliminate the distorted frequency. That's why this is so much advantageous. Okay. Now see, in case of negative feedback, what do we know? F is equal to A divided by 1 plus A beta. Now suppose your A beta is very greater than 1. That means 1 plus A beta is equal to what? Normally you can write this A beta. That means suppose if you want to add 1 with 1000, then it becomes 1001. Now if you compare 1001 with 1000, so you can directly write 1000 just like that. So F is equal to A by A beta if A beta very greater than 1. So in that case, it is again written as 1 by beta. So it indicates that in case of feedback network that does not depend on the frequency even through the main amplifier. Okay. So this is so the gain of this circuit is frequency dependence. Hence the frequency distortion due to varying amplifier gain with frequency is considerably reduced in a negative feedback amplifier. That means using negative feedback amplifier we can directly minimize the value of this gain. Okay, if the value of A beta is very high. Then reduction in noise and nonlinear distortion. So again from this expression, if suppose some noise is added, some noise is added with the input side, then what happened? Okay, this noise will be added to this feedback path. After that the noisy signal will be amplified. That means if you amplify a noisy signal, that means output is also noisy signal. Now again, as because there is a direct path from output to input side, that means this noisy part is again come back to this side via negative feedback. That means this part will be eliminated. So that means suppose you have a signal X and this signal X is added with some noise. Okay, that means this becomes a noisy X. So if this noisy X is again come back to a negative feedback path, that means the negative feedback path means that portion will be eliminated from the original signal. So like this you can eliminate the some portion of noise. That's why noise, that means that's why in case of negative feedback you can minimize the noise also. Effect of negative feedback on bandwidth. Okay, now see here two diagram is given. So what is this diagram? Can you remember the topic, that is active filter, where I have shown you the gain, bandwidth, that means in x-axis you have frequency and this is gain, and all these values are in decibel value. Now in case of open loop gain, your response bandwidth for negative bandwidth for open loop gain, that means bandwidth of open loop gain is like this one. And if you used negative feedback, that means a closed circuit, in that case your characteristics of this bandwidth becomes like this. Okay, now see in which case your bandwidth is maximum. Now if you consider this open loop configuration, this one, if you consider this diagram, that means bandwidth means difference between two frequency, that is lower cutoff frequency and upper cutoff frequency, that means this one and this one. So what is the bandwidth? So this. Now if you design a closed loop circuit, that means negative feedback, then it is seen that your bandwidth is like this F11 and F12. Okay, again difference between lower cutoff frequency and upper cutoff frequency. Now which one is greater, this portion or this portion? Obviously this portion. That means difference between F1 and F2 is smaller compared to difference between F11 and F22. That means we can say using negative feedback bandwidth is increased. So if you have the increased value of bandwidth, that means that is much more advantageous. Then effect of negative feedback on gain, stability and sensitivity. Okay. Now this is all about overall gain of the amplifier, that is AF is equal to A divided by 1 plus A beta. Now if you differentiate this part with respect to AF, that means if you differentiate with respect to DDAF, so the expression is like this, DDAF. Now this 1 by 1 plus A beta, this part is constant, so it will be DDA. So like this. Now what is AF? AF is equal to A divided by 1 plus A beta. Now DA by AF is equal to what? Now if you differentiate this DAA, then it becomes like this. Okay, how can you differentiate this? That means x by y pattern of differentiation, x by y pattern. So what is the formula? If you have x by y and if you want to differentiate, that means it will be y square, then your x will be constant, so differentiate of y part, minus your y will be constant, differentiate of x part. So like this, differentiate this, and after differentiation we get dA by f is equal to 1 by A beta DAA. Okay, now this is the first expression. That means if we differentiate this expression, AF is equal to A by 1 plus A beta, using this process, at last your expression will become like this, dA by AF is equal to 1 by A beta DAA. Okay, this expression, this is the. Now if A beta very greater than 1, if A beta very greater than 1, then what happened? That means you can easily neglect this 1 plus A beta is equal to, directly can write only A beta, just like that. So dA by F is equal to 1 by A beta dA by A. Okay, now from this equation, okay, we can change, and the relative change of the overall gain, that is dA by AF, is reduced by the factor A beta compared to relative change dA by A in basic amplifier circuit. That means from this expression we can say that if we want to change this closed loop gain, okay, that means there will be some change in the open loop gain, whereas 1 by A beta is constant. That means if you change the closed loop gains, automatically your open loop gain will be changed. Okay. So again, S, this sensitivity. See here I have mentioned a term, that is stability and sensitivity. Okay. Now what is sensitivity? Sensitivity means S is equal to dA. That means amount of change. That means amount of small change in closed loop gain divided by amount of small change in open loop gain. This is equal to what? From this expression you can say this dA by F is equal divided by dA by A is equal to what? 1 by A beta. So 1 by A beta. So again A beta is very greater than 1. So this is equal to only 1 by A beta. So for negative feedback, sensitivity is always less than 1. Why? Because suppose A beta is equal to 1000. That means 1 by 1 plus 1000. So 1 plus 1000 can be written as 1000 only. So 1 by 1000 means the value is always less than 1. So remember, for negative feedback, sensitivity is always less than 1. Okay. Now this is all about this feedback amplifier. That means in case of feedback amplifier, this block diagram is very important. Okay, which diagram? That means basic block diagram of feedback amplifier. This, from this we have calculated lots of expression, and you need this expression when you calculate the numerical problem for feedback amplifier. Then feedback amplifier has 4 category. That means this voltage amplifier, current amplifier, trans resistance, trans conductance, and also it has another name, that is series shunt, series shunt. Just remember the circuit diagram for these 4 cases, and what is the value of the closed loop gain. That means how can you calculate this closed loop gain, and also the main characteristics of these 4 types of amplifier. Okay, then again another question comes in your exam, that is what are the advantages of negative feedback. Okay, so also just to go through this. Okay, in next lecture I will show you some numerical problem related to this feedback amplifier.